Good morning. Shelly Jo here. Shelly Jo Hypnominos. I'm out on a lake called Newman Lake in Spokane. So beautiful. And out here on a paddleboard. Such a beautiful lake. The leaves are changing. The sun is out. It's warm. I'm out here all by myself. We're staying up here. My sweet brother is leaving the military after 30 years of being in the Navy. So my sibling and I are staying up here on a lake house. It's actually right on the lake. It is so beautiful up here. Let me show you a picture. That's where we're staying, is over there. Isn't it gorgeous out here? So pretty, so peaceful. So I thought I'd just kind of give you a little talk about hypnosis for a minute. What it kind of feels like, and one of the easiest ways to get into a hypnotic state. What you're going to use hypnosis for? Hypnosis is a way to get to the subconscious, to figure out what is the issue, what is the problem in the subconscious that are keeping you stuck. It's those limiting beliefs. It's those when you sabotage your life, and how to get to the root of the problem. So when you get to the root of the problem goes away. When you don't, the problem persists. It's getting down into the subconscious, because your conscious is only about 5 to 10% of your thought processes. It's those, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get dressed. It's your goals, it's your desires, it's your willpower. Well, the subconscious is 85% or more of your thought processes, and that's every memory, belief, emotion you've had from here back to forever. It could be it's called your spirit, your soul. A lot of times, limiting stories get into the subconscious that are not true. So let's say a child is in school. Little tiny children, they're 5-year-olds and they love to answer the questions. And so they're raising their hand and they answer this question, and let's say the class laughs. Now, it could be that they said something funny, or it could be, but let's say that they also feel embarrassed because they're like, oh my gosh. So then the subconscious takes over and says, wait a minute, it's not safe for you to speak in front of people because they're going to laugh at you and you're going to be embarrassed. And so anytime you feel the desire or not, or somebody says, hey, do you want to give a talk? And you say, nope, I don't talk in front of people. And yet, that could be a limiting belief, because you could actually be a really good speaker whose subconscious has accepted the fact that it has to keep you safe and protected from speaking because people might laugh at you. But you don't know that because it was buried in the subconscious when you were much younger. So instead, you want to get to the root of the problem. When you get to the root of the problem goes away. When you get that aha of, oh wow, that was where I picked up that limiting belief. That's where I picked up the limiting belief. Then that's when you can say, all right, you can change the limiting belief and actually realize that you are a good speaker. It could be the same thing for taking a test. Many people are so, they'll say, I can't take tests. I'm not good at tests. I'm not good at math. I can't do math. Well, can you? If you got rid of that limiting belief, if that limiting belief was placed there when you were younger and you accepted it, but actually, if you allowed yourself to change those ahas and get to the root of the problem, you can actually be really good at math. I had a client that did that. She came to me and somehow she accepted a limiting belief when she was in 7th grade. that she couldn't figure out math because she actually saw things a little bit differently. And her and the teacher's teaching ability, or the way the teacher was teaching and the way she was learning, just wasn't coinciding together. And so she picked up this belief that she was terrible at math. But yet when she was 40 and wanted to go to school to become a nurse, and she couldn't pass that test, she kept failing. So through hypnosis, when we got to the root of the problem and realized, oh, wait a minute, this is the limiting belief, and she's 40 now, so she sees things differently. She was able to pass her test at 90. I've done that with nurses, I've done it with massage therapists. It's getting to the root, right? It's getting to the root of the problem. And those sabotaging thoughts, it's when you want to do something to make a change, and yet each time you do, you have that same reaction, that same response, that sabotaging. Whether it's losing weight, or whether it's letting go of smoking, or some other kind of thing that you're holding on to. Or maybe it's an emotional feeling of feeling anxious, or scared of the dark, whatever that means, scared of the future. All those things can be limiting beliefs and stories that we created and allowed into the subconscious that we don't know, because at the age, when we're a child between the age 2 and 7, there's no filter to stop you from believing, a child from believing something. That's why children are so fun, because you can teach them a story or tell them something and they're going to believe you. It's not every story a child believes is true. Well, if the subconscious accepts a story, it is also a false story. Not every story that the subconscious accepts is true. However, if the subconscious buys in and says, well, I'm going to keep you safe and protected from that experience, that's where the problem is. And so we're getting to the root of the problem. When you get to the root of the problem goes away. It could be feeling a tightness in your throat when you're speaking or talking. It could be, it can affect you physically, because your thoughts start here, and when you have chronic or the same thoughts of negative thoughts, it goes in the brain, changes the chemicals in the brain, and then it goes down into a part of your body where you may be weak. We've all heard that saying, if I keep worrying, you're going to get an ulcer, right? It goes down the stomach. Anger goes down into the liver. And so it can physically, when your thoughts can cause you to become sick physically. It's because of the belief, and those limiting beliefs keep us stuck. So, what do? Yes, also can help with trauma, because it's getting to those emotions, back to clearing those stories. It's not going to take them away. No, you still remember the stories, but it's really not the stories that are the problem. It's the emotion that's attached to it, because the emotion is what keeps bringing up the story, the memory. And when the emotion comes up, it makes it feel like it just happened yesterday. Time is linear, so it doesn't matter if it happened last week or when you were a child. If it doesn't get clear that time is linear, meaning in the body, it doesn't feel like it's been 40 years. It feels like it was just yesterday, right? Because you get a memory that comes up, and you go, I don't want to deal with this because it makes me sad or frustrated or whatever, so I'm going to stuff it, because when the memory comes up, it's like all the emotion comes up that's attached to that memory, which is, it's not the memory that's the problem. You can't change the past. You can learn from it, you can teach from it, you can grow from it, but you can't change it. But what hypnosis does is it clears the emotion from the memory, so it becomes just another memory. And then you say, yeah, this is who made me who I am today, but I'm no longer being held captive by the emotion. That's the super cool thing. It's powerful. I'm telling you, I've had helped some amazing people get to the root. And really, I am the one that's leading you to the problem. It's the client who is actually the aha, getting the ahas and letting go and changing those limiting beliefs that sabotage us from becoming all we want to be. Pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's amazing. So if you're thinking, oh, wow, you know what, I've got some limiting beliefs, then check out hypnosis. It's pretty cool. And what does it feel like? What does hypnosis feel like? Because there's so many weird ideas. People think, oh, you're going to read my mind, you're going to control my mind. I'm like, yeah, if I could read somebody's mind, I'd read my husband's, I think. I doubt it. If I could control somebody, I would have controlled my daughters when they were teenagers. No mind control, no mind reading. It's literally you getting to the root. You're just being guided to get to the root. And how do you become guided? Well, one of the easiest things is to think of your favorite place in nature. Is it the ocean? Is it mountains? Is it a lake? Right now I'm out on a lake in Newman Lake and taking in all this view. Well, your subconscious doesn't know the difference. So if you can get your subconscious to buy into, with your imagination, that you're there sitting in your favorite place, it doesn't know the difference. Imagination is powerful. If you've been around a little child, you know how much imagination a child has. That's why they're so much fun. And I ask people, you know, how powerful is their imagination? They're like, oh, it goes away as an adult. Well, no, it doesn't really go away. It just changes, right? That's when you get those, you know, you get a thought, your imagination takes over, and you spiral into the future, into those what if stories. What if this happens? What if that happens? And when we do that, we create this fear. That's where anxiety comes from, right? Into worrying about the future. Or you can get the what if, the story of, you know, that comes up, the trigger of something that happened when you were, that's happened in your life, that memory. Can't change the memory. Right? Those are both wasted energy. The only place you have any power is in the present moment, right here, right now. And you can keep your mind present in a situation. That's when you're going to feel safe and calm and peace and love and joy and energy and all that. Is when you can keep yourself in a positive state, in a present state. Present. Keep present. And when it starts to spiral into the future, you say, right here, right now, I am just fine. When you spiral into the past, nope, right here, right now, I'm just fine. Well, let's go back to the imagination and why it's important. One of the fastest ways to get into a hypnotic state is to imagine you are in your favorite place in nature. Just like right now, I'm out on this lake and I'm taking it all in. And when I get home and when I'm thinking about it, I can have my imagination feel like, get down to the subconscious, I am right back at this lake. And I can feel the same peace, the same love I feel right now out on this lake. So how do you do it? Well, you start to imagine every detail with all of your senses. What does it feel like to be on a paddleboard and the waves are moving slightly? What does it feel like to pick up the water and the temperature of the water? What does it feel like? What can I see as I look around? I see the beautiful water. I see the beautiful trees. What do I hear? I hear the birds. What do I feel? I feel the sun on my face. I feel a slight breeze. I see the beautiful blue sky and the white clouds. And when I can imagine it that strong, you know, right now my mouth is dry. I'm wanting some water. When I can feel all of those senses and my imagination take me to this lake, I can feel and have the same feeling as if I'm on this lake. Because the subconscious does not know the difference when you can allow yourself to imagine that strongly. What's the next thing we do is in hypnosis, you're following your feelings. You're following your thoughts. You want to get back to the feeling of what's been going on, what's that limiting belief. You're going to follow a feeling that you feel currently. So what you're going to feel that either maybe it's frustration, maybe it's anger, maybe it's sadness, maybe it's betrayal, maybe it's fear, maybe it's stress. Whatever that emotion is, that feeling, when you can follow it back and allow yourself to feel it, what you're doing is you're going back because somewhere that emotion started. Somewhere you felt that as strongly as you feel it. Because each time you feel that emotion, you feel it in the same place. Somewhere in your body, somewhere in your throat, your eyes, your chest, your stomach, somewhere you feel that same emotion. And when you can allow yourself to go back to the first time you felt that emotion, that's when you're going to get back to the key of where that feeling, that limiting belief was created. When you get to the root of the problem goes away. When you don't, the problem persists. And that's what we're doing, is getting to the root of the problem. And allow yourself to heal that situation, change the aha, heal the child, integrate, and you can help change your limiting beliefs. It's pretty amazing, guys. It's pretty amazing. What's even more amazing? Check out this view. This is amazing. There you go. And if you're, you think to yourself, ooh, I think I would have some limiting beliefs that it would be worth to get rid of. Yeah, hypnosis is powerful. There is power in hypnosis. It's not scary. Taking the scary out of hypnotherapy, taking the no out of hypnosis. And it can be done even on Zoom. Why? Because it doesn't matter. Once you close your eyes, it doesn't matter where you're at. It's incredible when you allow yourself to be done with what's been stopping you. And if you ever thought, wow, it'd be cool to be a hypnotherapist. Well, I have a new school, certified hypnotherapy school. Check it out. I'm just going to enjoy it out here. Enjoy this moment. I'm Shelly Jo Hypnominos, also known as Amino Acid Lady, and hypnotherapist, and owner of Certified Hypnotherapy School. Just remember, life matters. You matter. Keep smiling. Make it a beautiful day. Live boldly. Bye.